You do not need approval to become powerful. You need to know who you are. Most people believe influence begins when others agree with them, when the crowd nods, when applause rises, when validation arrives like permission. But real power begins long before that. It begins when you decide who you are without asking the room. There will be seasons in your life when the pressure to perform will feel heavier than the call to grow. You will feel the urge to speak louder than your character can sustain, to appear stronger than you feel, to look certain when you are still learning. And if you are not careful, you will begin building an image instead of building yourself. The danger of performing success is subtle. At first, it feels motivating. You polish your words. You refine your posture. You adjust your tone. You learn how to look confident. But slowly, something shifts. Instead of asking, "Am I becoming disciplined?" you begin asking, "Do I look impressive?" Instead of asking, "Is my character strong?" you ask, "Are they approving?" This is how influence becomes fragile. Stillness reveals strength. Noise hides insecurity. There was once a man who carried conviction without spectacle. He lived in a time of tension so thick it could be felt in the air. Vision was normal. Fear was loud. Anger was common. He did not rise because he was the loudest voice in the room. He rose because his inner life was disciplined. Before he influenced crowds, he mastered himself. Before he shaped history, he shaped his response to insult. Before he stood in public, he stood firm in private. You may think your struggle is that people are not noticing you, but obscurity can be a gift. Dignity in obscurity builds depth. When no one is watching, your habits become honest. When applause is absent, your motives become clear. If your discipline disappears without attention, then it was never discipline. It was performance. The loneliness of growth is not glamorous. It feels quiet. It feels misunderstood. It feels slow. But slow progress builds stronger leaders. Fast influence without inner formation creates collapse. Slow formation without applause creates endurance. There will be moments when you want to rush the process. You will see others gaining attention quickly. You will feel behind. But understand this, speed often amplifies weakness. Slowness exposes it and refines it. When growth is slow, you are forced to confront yourself, your impatience, your ego, your desire for recognition. This confrontation is not punishment. It is preparation. Emotional regulation becomes your quiet advantage. When insult comes, you do not explode. When pressure rises, you do not panic. When fear spreads, you do not absorb it. You breathe. You think. You respond instead of react. Many people lose influence because they cannot control their emotions when challenged. They mistake reaction for courage. But reaction is fast. Courage is steady. Reaction demands attention. Courage demands restraint. Emotional control is not suppression. It is direction. It is choosing what deserves your energy. If you respond to every provocation, you will never conserve strength for purpose. Purpose over pressure. Pressure will try to define your pace. Purpose defines your direction. Pressure asks, "Why aren't you further?" Purpose asks, "Are you becoming stronger?" Pressure shouts. Purpose whispers. Clarity over noise. Noise will surround you. Opinions will swirl. Expectations will tighten around your choices. But clarity comes from inner quiet. If you want meaningful impact, you must protect your inner silence. There will be times when you are underestimated. You will be judged too small, too quiet, too different. Do not rush to correct them. Being underestimated is often a hidden advantage. When people expect little, you are free to grow without distraction. The need to prove yourself is exhausting. The decision to refine yourself is strengthening. The courage to disappoint people is part of maturity. Not everyone will agree with your direction. Not everyone will applaud your restraint. Some will call you passive because you refuse to react loudly. Let them. Discipline is self-respect. When you wake up early to practice your craft without applause, that is self-respect. When you refuse to compromise your values for faster progress, that is self-respect. When you hold your temper under pressure, that is self-respect. Self-mastery before influence. If you cannot govern your own impulses, you cannot lead others wisely. Leadership is not dominance. It is steadiness. It is being the calm presence when others panic. It is being the grounded voice when others exaggerate. Perseverance is not interruption. It is refinement. Every delay refines patience. Every insult refines humility. Every setback refines endurance. If you see obstacles only as opposition, you will grow bitter. If you see them as refinement, you will grow steady. Hope without illusion. Hope does not deny difficulty. It acknowledges it and continues anyway. False hope pretends everything is easy. True hope prepares for resistance and moves forward with dignity. There will be days when progress feels invisible. Days when your efforts seem unnoticed. Days when you question whether the work matters. This is where inner discipline must be stronger than external validation. Integrity when unseen. What you do in silence shapes what you become in public. If you cut corners when no one sees, you weaken yourself. If you remain consistent when no one applauds, you strengthen yourself. The cost of chasing applause is identity confusion. When applause becomes your compass, your direction shifts with the crowd. Today they praise you. Tomorrow they criticize you. If your stability depends on their reaction, you will live in emotional turbulence. Detaching from outcomes protects your peace. Work with excellence. Speak with conviction. Act with integrity. But release the demand for immediate results. Outcomes are influenced by many factors. Character is influenced by you. Becoming before achieving. Achievement without becoming creates hollowness. Becoming without recognition creates depth. Depth sustains influence. You may feel stuck right now. You may feel like your efforts are small, like your voice is unnoticed, like your growth is too slow. But slow growth builds roots. Roots do not appear impressive. They are hidden, but they hold everything in place when storms arrive. Quiet strength does not announce itself. It does not demand the spotlight. It does not chase attention. It grows, steadily, firmly. Responsibility over blame. It is easy to blame circumstances, to blame opposition, to blame the environment. But responsibility is empowering. You cannot control everything around you, but you can control your response. You can control your preparation, your discipline, your integrity. That control is enough to begin. Inner mastery shapes outer impact. When your inner life is aligned, your actions carry weight. When your motives are clear, your words carry depth. You do not need aggression to be strong. Strength rooted in clarity is more durable than strength rooted in anger. Anger burns fast. Clarity endures. If you are overwhelmed, return to simplicity. Focus on what you can refine today. One habit, one response, one decision. Do not try to change the world before you can regulate your own emotions. Do not try to influence crowds before you can guide your own thoughts. Your private discipline is preparing you for public impact. And even if recognition never comes, your character remains. That is real power. There will be seasons when your growth feels lonely. Stay steady. There will be seasons when your voice feels small. Stay grounded. There will be seasons when pressure tries to rush you. Stay aligned. You do not need permission to become disciplined. You do not need applause to grow. Mastery of the inner life leads to meaningful outer impact. Guard your integrity. Refine your response. Choose purpose over pressure. And let your quiet strength do its work. Not dramatic, not loud, but steady. And steady endures.